Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 5th. We're just going to jump right in here, as always, Aquarius, and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this To Be Fair card. It's kind of like the Justice card, so, it could say that there is some justice coming in for you here. You have the Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Three of Swords. I feel like you need to trust yourself here, Aquarius. Especially, like, if you feel like you are dealing with, like, a sneaky person or whatever, I would definitely trust your intuition, on this situation, because I feel like your intuition is correct. You have this Three of Swords. It's like a heartbreak. We'll have to see where this is going, but, I would definitely trust your intuition here. The other thing I'm getting is that this could just be, there could be new love after a heartbreak coming in for you here, but maybe you're having a hard time trusting. I really don't even think it's worth mentioning, by the way, because, it's almost like, what I feel like this reading is saying is that, maybe you have had a hard time trusting, but it's almost like you're getting over it. And I mean that, like, in a good way. You are, as in, you're kind of like saying, okay, like, I see what I learned from these past situations, and now, I know what to look out for, so I'm not going to be a paranoid freak, Basically, I'm going to allow, sorry, I wanted to do this, I'm going to allow new people into my life, and, I feel like that's going to be very good for you. You have three kings showing up in this reading, and, so we almost have the fourth, we just need the fourth king, and, you'll have the emperor here, but, I also feel like you could be attracting a lot of people. I do feel like karma here for some reason. It's like I feel like you could be seeing someone get their karma. Maybe they put you in a third-party situation, or were just like super sneaky. And, I get a very sneaky energy off of that High Priestess. Could be a Pisces, could be someone who had Pisces in their chart or something like that as well, is obviously because of the High Priestess. But, what I would say is I feel like this person was very immature. And, I feel like you're just kind of like healing from that situation. You have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel this is what you're looking for. It's kind of funny. You go Three of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles if it, as always, if it wants to focus here. But you go Three of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. It's like if someone isn't coming in correct, willing to work on a team, Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, then I feel like you rather just be single. We literally, see that right here. It's like you want total fulfillment, not some sort of pipe dream. I kind of get the feeling here that if this is love, that someone sold you a pipe dream, It's like I feel like they said all these things, but they were never willing to, like, fully let you in. That's, like, the feeling that I get here, Aquarius. It's like, it's like you were maybe you were together with a person, but they just didn't allow it to cross a certain threshold, or they just never allowed it to become anything. So then, it's kind of weird because I get this feeling that this person blames you. It's also weird because I get the same energy for Pisces. I just did the Pisces reading, I think, and I was saying something about how I get this feeling that it's almost like someone is blaming you for the things that you did. And again, I'm saying this to you because if you're born close to Pisces, this might make more sense for you. But what I would say is it's almost like someone did. It's like they never did anything, but they're blaming you for things. I feel like you can feel this if this message is for you, by the way. It's like that even if you're not talking to this person, which I actually think you might have blocked this person or whatever, but it's almost like so trust your intuition. I feel like for the rest of you who are not involved in this situation, that you really need to believe in yourself. You literally have this card next that says, believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dreams. The High Priestess, I would say for all of you outside of this love situation, High Priestess, she never has a roof over her head. And it kind of represents the fact that there are no limits to what she can create, but she's just the card of potential. And there's a lot of potential right now in the astrology. I talk about this all the time because there's a lot of potential, but we have to put the work in, obviously, to turn that potential into something. And the High Priestess is the card of potential. You have the Three of Swords here. It's like this person isn't doing anything, is what I feel if it's a person that broke your heart. And I also feel like they blame you. So, I would just like move on from this situation. And, it's kind of weird because I also get like this person trying to get your attention, but it's like you're not giving them attention or something. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this the whole entire reading. So let's see. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords. Yep, liar, cheater, stealer. I feel like this person lied a lot. And that's what you're, that's like what you're understanding. And that can definitely, hurt or make it difficult for you to trust people. So, there you go. With the High Priestess, you have the Queen of Cups, divine counterparts right here. See, I feel like once you move past this, there's a much, much better kind of like situation coming in for you. And I feel like the speed at which this person comes in is up to you, Aquarius. It's like the longer you stay attached to the past energy, the longer it's going to take this person to come in. But at the same time, I feel you are moving past it, healing, all that other good stuff. With the Three of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands here. It's like there's still a lot of attraction between you and a past person. I don't know. It could be both ways. You could say, it's like you could be saying to yourself, I am never going to ever allow this person back into my life. I'm still attracted. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm still attracted to plenty of my exes. It's like, why would I date them in the first place? I was attracted to them, of course, right? So it's like, I'm still attracted to them, but I would never take any of them back at this point. So, it's like, I think you can still be attracted to someone and not allow them back into your life. It's not like there's something wrong with that, right? And I'm talking about maybe you're just physically attracted. And they're still attracted to you, but I feel like you're like moving on is what this first row is saying. Moving on from that story, in your next row of what you need to hear right now, you have this card that says, you have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. High Priestess. Like, I didn't even see that card. And there you go. Believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dreams. The High Priestess is literally both of these cards together. Yes, she represents intuition, mysteries, and all those other things, but she also, again, represents potential. She also normally has those 3 stages of the moon on her crown, which says she sees the beginning, middle, and end of every situation before she gets into it. So it doesn't, and she's not necessarily doing that with her intuition, by the way. She's doing it with her visualization. So she visualizes what she wants her future life to look like, and then she makes it happen. Literally, the 9 of Cups, I always say, is an energy of bathing in an energy of something you want before you can have it. I feel like any of those visualization exercises that you can do, visualizing yourself in the future with something you want, whatever it is, you can also visualize the actions you would take to get there. Any of that stuff would be really good for you. You have the 9 of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Page of Wands. I feel like you're in this 9 of Pentacles place. I really see some sort of increase in your finances as well this month. And so, that's nice. I kind of feel like this could be some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have that makes you extra money. It could also be something like you get invited to something, maybe by like a friend or something like that. To like work on a project or that might only be for a few of you. There could also be something temporary. I remember like years ago when I was a kid, I used to work at this vineyard, but before I worked there, I just used to volunteer there, but it was like a paid, volunteer type situation. And that place that I worked for, they just put it in the newspaper. They're just like, we're looking for people to come pick grapes, all day, and we're paying like $40 or whatever it is. I don't remember. But they paid out everyone in cash, and it's just like simple. So you never know when you need money. When I started working when I was 12 years old at that vineyard, because you're allowed to work on a farm when you're a kid, slave labor, right? And so I worked there from the time I was 12 till I was 16, and it's one of those things where when I was 12, like having that $40, I felt rich. You know what I mean? I could have whatever I want. So there you go. There might be some opportunity is where I was going with that. You have the King of Cups here. And so I do feel there is a new love connection coming in for you. It could be a water sign or a Pisces. I would be careful if it is. And I'm a Pisces, so, it cracks me up every time. Like, I always get some, like, cross-watching Pisces that are like, how dare you say that? I'm like, I'm talking about myself here. But, again, what I would say is this could be like a sneaky Pisces, so I would be careful. Make sure that they're truthful. Make sure that they're not sneaky and all that other stuff. You have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is like some sort of new beginning, I feel, coming in for you. And I also feel like you're feeling more enthusiastic. It's like when we do something and we feel better, usually it goes better because we feel better. So, if you're like starting a business or, especially if there's like some sort of side hustle or something, I don't think it's like a side hustle. It's striking me as like a temporary opportunity, that could give you a big boost or something like that. I would take it, whatever it is. And again, if you're working towards some sort of dream, I would get moving here. Here you go. With the 9 of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands. See, this is something, this here, if it's like a opportunity with that card that says believe in yourself, something that maybe you're not so sure you can accomplish, but you clearly can, I feel it could lead to a lot of independence, and this could be financial independence for you, obviously. With the King of Cups, you have the 8 of Wands. This is what I don't like right here. This whole thing, actually, I don't like any of this middle, goings on here. Normally the Knight of Swords is facing this direction when he is a traditional Knight of Swords, right? And so this gives me the vibes of someone in hermit mode who like did you dirty, who's like now trying to like communicate and charge back into your life. So obviously I would be careful of that. I don't know what's going on, but it's like, it's so weird. It's almost like we had the Mercury retrograde, but it's almost like we're in a retrograde. I've had like a million technological issues over the past couple of days, and I've been getting these readings of like people coming back and communicating. But again, we do have Venus going retrograde at the end of July, and which, can also bring past people back. I mean, obviously that's over a month away because it's going to be at the end of July. July 22nd is when it goes retrograde. And so we have some time is what I'm trying to spit out here. But, I don't know. Maybe it's that could be bringing people back from the past. I'm not sure, but I would definitely be careful of any communication. I would, be careful. With the Page of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, this is what I believe. It's funny because I almost said it, but I wish I said this at the beginning, that it's almost like we have these empty fields, just like the Knight of Pentacles. He has these empty fields behind him, and he just needs to get moving. He just needs to plant in those empty fields. And I think this is where everybody's at, in this position of thinking, oh, I don't have the resources, I don't have the abilities to, put in the work to accomplish what I want, but we actually do. We just have to start planting in these empty fields. It's like, this isn't 100% accurate, but what I would say is if you're about to do something that no one's ever done before, you could feel like it's not going to be successful because no one's ever done before. So you have nothing to compare what you're doing to. But, that's exactly why you need to do it. You have this divine timing card. This is showing up in the area of the unexpected. It says your angels are working behind the scenes. Things will come together at exactly the right time. You also have this gift. It says someone will be giving you a gift or helping you in some way. It also says you have natural talents, gifts, skills, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Are you kidding? Like, I knew this because of that Nine of Pentacles. She normally has grapes behind her, speaking of grapes. And grapes in the tarot represent something that's like difficult or challenging to grow. So I feel for a lot of you that there's like some sort of, talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have that you could be using to make money or to be finding success. I also do feel there could be a person who wants to give you a gift. You have the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and look at this. This King of Pentacles is holding a treasure chest. It's almost like he's coming bearing gifts. So I do feel some of you could be attracting, if you are attracting new love, it could be someone who wants something permanent. I always say I love the King of Pentacles in love because he's someone who wants something long-term, who's like really serious and really puts in the work. So, definitely a very good person if this is a person coming in for you. It could be a water sign. You have water, earth, and air obviously stand out to me in this reading. If you don't want love, and even if you do, I really feel this whole entire reading is talking about how you could be changing your circumstances financially and doing more things to stabilize your finances. For whatever reason, on this Knight of Swords, other than it be a person charging back into your life, I get a need of I feel like there's too much future worrying going on here, Aquarius. Like, I'm an Aquarius rising. I totally get it. And I have Mercury in Aquarius as well. So, this is literally how I think, right? With Mercury there. But what I would say is I totally get it. But, I think there could be too much future worrying going on here. It's like I always constantly tell myself that it's like the only thing I should be worrying about is like what I can control right now and not worrying about things that might happen, could happen, might never happen in the future, right? And that's something that has changed my life. It's like I was stuck for 4 years. I talk about this all the time because I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. It was miserable, that time of my life. Horrible. It sucked. And I don't want anyone to have to experience it. I'm glad I did because I have the story to tell, but it's like I got to a point where it's like I wouldn't even start anything in my life. I was just like constantly thinking about how things would not work if I got them forward instead of trying, right? And so I kind of get that energy here of needing to be careful of that future thinking or needing to worry about things. It's like I get comments all the time about people who are worried about their job with AI or who are worried about like whatever. And I'm always like, well, okay, but you don't have to worry about it right now. It's like even if you were worried about it, right? Even if we should be worried about it, it's like, wouldn't it be better to just like concentrate on your job or career or concentrate on getting something better so you can make as much as you can right now to like future-proof yourself? Like that's what I'd be worrying about. I wouldn't be worrying either. But, I feel like you need to be more present is what this row is saying. You have the Seven of Cups here. Again, too much thinking about the good stuff and the bad stuff. You always get this card with me. And I always say Seven of Cups exists up here, but we have to like bring it down here. And there's something, that could be really good for you. It's funny that you have this treasure chest that's locked. And then on the Nine of Cups, the treasure chest is open. And I'll show you that again in a minute. But it's almost like if you just get started on something that you could be worrying too much about the future on, it could actually be like a big gift. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Basically, the universe saying, I meant what I said. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Two of Cups. This is like a love situation. I wouldn't rush anything either. Again, I would be careful of this past person. Here's the thing that I will tell you is I feel like you feel a very strong connection with this person, whoever it is. Even if they did you dirty, it's like, I feel like you feel a strong connection because they're probably a stepping stone soulmate. Two of Cups is my card of stepping stone soulmates, and a stepping stone soulmate is a person you feel a very deep connection with. If you're wondering, was it this person a stepping stone soulmate? I would say, usually this is how you know, is that usually when you meet them, they have either gone through or are going through something that you went through a long time ago. And they are brought into our lives to remind us of what we went through. And so we usually feel a strong connection to them because we relate to them. It's like when you relate to someone or you have a similar story, you automatically become more attracted, or you can become more connected to those types of people. It's not always true, but if this is your story, I feel like it's true, because you feel like you have a shared bond. You went through something together. So if you have a person like that who has a very similar story to something you went through, like maybe when you met them, they were having money issues that are very similar to what money issues you had years ago. Could also be maybe they have a similar relationship story or a similar upbringing to you. That could be why this connection is so strong, right? But I also feel like this is talking about new love with the King of Pentacles. Could be a new Pisces, honestly. But, you have the High Priestess twice with that King of Pentacles right here. But again, I would say I would be careful if it's sneaky. If you feel like they're sneaky, they're probably sneaky. Every time I've ever met a person who I feel like is sneaky and I don't trust myself, I always regret it like later. So, it's like, again, don't regret this. It's only taken me like 3 sneaky relationships in a row to to be like, oh, okay, I get it. I need to like pay attention to this sort of behavior that's going on here. Is what I'd say. I'm wondering if someone told you the truth here. Aquarius, you have this King of Swords here. It's like the question I have for you, Aquarius, that I can't answer for whatever reason is like, did someone come in and tell you the truth about a situation, And it's like, maybe you didn't believe it at first, but now you do. It's like, did a friend come tell you the truth about a person you were dating or something? It's almost like you know something and this person doesn't know that you know. Or something. I don't know. Moving on. At the end here, for messages from your future self, you have this lock, unlock card. And how crazy is that? Locked treasure chest, unlocked treasure chest. You have this gazelle. It says change and purity. Yeah, you're going through a change. I feel like you're leveling up here. And I feel like you have pure intentions. It's almost like you're being rewarded for your pure intentions. And I really feel like you need to realize that you've been through something, whether it was a relationship or otherwise. You have the Nine of Cups, the Hermit, and the King of Swords. I feel like your future self is encouraging you to move towards your Nine of Cups, which again, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment or fulfillment in general. It's also a happiness card. So I feel like that your higher self wants you to go be happy. That's like literally the words that are popping into my head is even if you're not happy, I feel like the universe is saying, go be happy. And happiness is a result of achievement. So I always tell people, it's like, what small achievements, like, trust me, during that 4 years, I was miserable. I literally wouldn't allow myself to be happy. And when people told me that I need to change my attitude or be happy or whatever, it used to piss me the F off. Like, trust me, I can still feel it. So it's like, I get it if you're in that position of not wanting to be happy, but it's like, are there small things that you can do? There's a book by a Navy SEAL called Make Your Bed. And it's like, the reason the Navy SEALs make their bed in the morning is because it's like one small achievement. So they're starting their day off with a win. And, again, that's what changed my life during that time. It wasn't making my bed, but it was other small wins that I was creating for myself. And, then it just like kept, snowballing. But I feel like the universe is like, there's so much happiness out there. And it's like, you don't have to worry about this bozo that maybe you dealt with in the past. You have the Nine of Cups here. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness that could be had. And again, it's funny that you have the treasure chest. I noticed it. And you have that lock, unlock card. So I feel like you need to unlock your happiness. Nine of Cups also is about bathing in an energy of something you want, so I would definitely recommend that. You have the King of Swords. I'm wondering if someone told you the truth here. Aquarius is what I would say to you. That's like the feeling I get. It's almost like someone came to you and like told you something, that, and I feel like it was more confirmation than anything else here, Aquarius. It wasn't even that, you know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't even that you were that surprised about it if this story is for you. So, it's like you could have found out that someone was super sneaky and it was just confirmation or something like that. I really feel this is your energy. I feel like you're coming up in a strong position here as that King of Swords. So, that's like what I'm getting here. Let's see. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Are you kidding? Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire to have in life. Everybody gets the Ten of Pentacles nowadays. What I will say is that we have Uranus and Taurus, and to me, Uranus and Taurus, I mean, might as well be. That's not the astrology of the Eight of Pentacles, but I'm just saying, it's like very much a sign of the times, the Ten of Pentacles, because it is a card of building and leaving a legacy. It's a very good money card, but obviously you don't build or leave a legacy overnight. It's something that you work on for the rest of your life. So I always tell people that tarot is about working with the energy. Yes, it's a good card, but we have to work with the energy to get it. So, it's like, are you doing something permanent? Are you leaving your mark on the world? Are you, making your dent in the universe? Like literally my Chris Rec channel, I'm like getting going on that again, hopefully forever. And hopefully I'm going to keep working on it, but it's going to be all about making your dent, doing something that is like bigger than you. And that's really what we should be doing with Pluto and Aquarius. Anyway, with the Hermit, you have the Three of Pentacles. Again, I feel like this is what you're looking for. You have the Three of Pentacles twice. Could be an earth sign, by the way, or someone who has a lot of earth in their chart that comes in that really wants to put the work in. So, again, take it how it resonates. With the King of Swords, you have the Three of Wands. Like, again, it's like I feel like someone never had any intentions of making any moves. It's like maybe they made it seem that way, but they didn't. Could be so many threes here. Someone could have had you in a third party, and it's like you learn the truth about it here, going this way. Right here, it's like Knight of Swords. I feel like this person didn't have the best intentions. You have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. It's like they were too independent. It's not even about independence. I feel like they just don't want to allow someone into their life for whatever reason, but they can't stop thinking about you at the same time. And then you have the Three of Wands. It's like Three of Wands is like always looking into the future, and that's like the feeling that I get here is that it's like I feel like this person, it's almost like they didn't make it easy, you know what I mean, to... it's like, if someone really wants to be with you, it's like, I feel like they will make it easy to be with them, right? And I feel like this person just made it hard, Let's see, we're pulling 5 main themes now. You have this horseshoe, I love it. It says good luck on it, so I do feel there's like a lot more luck coming in for you here. You have this teardrops card. It says a great personal sorrow. I feel like this really hurt you, Aquarius. Like, if this was a past loss, relationship loss, or something that you're thinking about, obviously, but I do feel like you're healing from it. Next, you have this May card, and you have this horse. It says short journey on it. I feel like you need to go on a short journey. I said this to you, like in your last reading, I'm pretty sure, that I feel like some of you need a break or you need a vacation or something like that, right? So, it's like if you need a break or you need to take time for yourself, I feel like you should. It's like I feel like that brain space needs to be created that a break can provide you. So this might even be maybe you need to go meditate in a closet for 5 minutes or whatever. I don't care what it is. I would do something like every day. You have this table card. It says hard work ahead. This is why. I feel like you're being prepared to do some hard work, but based off this reading, it looks amazing. 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. It's like there's some sort of change in your finances. You have this gift card, this believe in yourself card. It's like I really feel the universe is like rewarding you for having gone through like a dark night of the soul. The Hermit, which you have here, can be a dark night of the soul. It could be in love, this love situation, but it does not have to be. For others of you, it could just be some other situation where, something didn't work out in your life, or maybe it was a teamwork situation where you had a business partner that screwed you, or, something like that. So, I feel like you're being rewarded, but, it's going to be hard work, but I feel like you want to do it. You have this cup that says you should accept valid criticism. So, any criticism, you should accept. But pretty interesting reading here, Aquarius. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.